like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking, right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that. But a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Big, she want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know and I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Caught left side, Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. DeAndre Hopkins, 51 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes now on first down. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. Mahomes now on first down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing now is Mahomes. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now
as Sanders has it poked free, and the Patriots have it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll give this to Bell running right. Big hold of the 30. Take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 81 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And a big loss is here as he's taken down. Bobby Wagner able to run him down for a loss of 18 yards, and it will be 4th down as well. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10.
Yellow,
now a 1st down carry by Bell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray 1st, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they look pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning. And he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington. But they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, and it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. And again, it's Mahomes. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the 1st. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And now the punter, Tressway, as he sends this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson.
Thomas, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, 29 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yard.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again. And
that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. 36 yards as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Hopkins. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against his secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been, but it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right, and Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now here's Mahomes. Left side here to Sanders. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 18. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Taken in by Switzer on the left side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to run.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And all he takes off with it, it's a fake.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. This one taken just inside the 10. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Bell. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. This is Bell. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down.
I used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Now it's Penny. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Taking it in from 2 yards out. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the... Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. On 1st down, Mahomes. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep...
And that's caught inside the 30. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Cameron Hayward able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Zerline good with a PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Bell. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And able to find Green. Past the 20, 10, and he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
Well, we've seen that a time or two over the years from A.J. Green, long, explosive touchdown catches.
And he is so good at playing the ball in the air and going over the top of people to make catches. I think his teammates call it playing a little bit of hoops or playing above the rim. He is fantastic at it and continues to get better as his career progresses.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw, Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 3rd and 8 situation, a tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Bell. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On first down. Bell, and an alley to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try and run with their fullback. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted.
I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I.
Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And, CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Set, ready? 15 line. 15 line. Check your hot read. Hey, exit. Let's go.
A first down throw for Young. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
The second down throw for Steve Young, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
I can't believe they even let you play. Max 22, Max 22. Hey, let's get this, Check. Shoot.
From the gun, Steve Young. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. We've seen a couple of Super Bowls start 2-0. The first score of this game could have very easily been a safety. That was close there.
It was close, and while it didn't happen in this game, it's funny you bring up the Super Bowls, because that would have been, what, Super Bowl 46, Giants-Patriots.
You're testing my memory.
And also Super Bowl 48, which was Broncos-Seattle when the snap went over the head of the QB. And guess what? It was 2-zip Seattle right out of the gate.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the longtime Raider, Willie Brown. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward, since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school, he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
X3, 218, chopper, get.
The first carry for the legend is Bo Jackson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? And he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
10-2 stop.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you.
Ready?
They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Young on 3rd down. And this is caught by Jackson. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop. 5.
Young working out of the gun. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Third and long for Young. Escaping the pressure right. He'll dump this to Bo. It's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Now Matt Bryant on for the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm, and right now they're harming them.
And got his man complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 43 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 29, Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Mel Blount with a sack on the corner blitz. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Boy.
Getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no.
Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. And the pressure gets to him again. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. First down, Young. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45.
Shoot. Young, going to throw again. Throw left side complete. It's Holt.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1.
Hey, wahoo! Get it!
Out of the gun, it's Young. He's got Harrison left side complete. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, Irvin. Now.
Check Mike 45. Ricky.
Young on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So 4 plays, Charles, all passes here on the opening drive and already in the red zone.
And even if you're planning for them to throw the football a lot, on the opening drive, if they go 4 for 4 on you, you're off balance on defense. I've been there before. And part of you keeps thinking, they've got to run it at some point, right? They've got to move.
And the ball is knocked out. It's going the other way. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's going to be caught. Touchdown! In for the score. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's going to be out of bounds up past the 5. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Mahomes now on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play call, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on fourth down. Here's Matt Bosher now. After 1, it's 9-0. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
He'll have a first down past the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive, and also give him a first down. Young looks to throw on first down. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's caught inside the 30.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
Hey, exit.
From the shotgun, it's Young. Eluding the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Show it. Watch twist. Wide. Let's go.
On second down, it's Jackson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. It's 1st and 10 at the 14.
Check, 45 to Mike. Check.
Here's Young from the shotgun. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Looking to throw again on second down. Young. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Check 31.
Greystone, travel. Get it.
On third down, this is Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Ready.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is staying. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 36-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken very short. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Young. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it, because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Young. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He will push his way down to about the 14. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal on the counter. Gurley. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will give him still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 48. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he takes it the distance. No time remaining.
No cloth on the field.
Yeah, no flags, and it's a kickoff return to end the first half. Extra point, good by Gostkowski. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half.
Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 1st and 10, Young. Got a man. It's Harrison, complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Check. Fresno. Hey, alert 3. Yep. What's that?
Here's Steve Young. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
22 jet bombers. Hustle. Check 99.
Now a give right side. It's Jackson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. That's a strong safety making a strong, hard tackle.
And we know his coach. Doesn't smile a whole lot, does he? How about that grin right there, ear to ear after that play?
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he coughed it up. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. Space to maneuver at the 40. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Let's make these babies cry. Switch it.
Mahomes now on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here we go. 4th down, Mahomes. That's to his running back, complete. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from...
Time to bring the base bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make fans. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a bosses. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, they went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. 6-man. Check curls. Hey, lock it. Yo, faster.
They'll start here with Jackson. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Check 24, check.
Topper. Yeah. Mike 50.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run now with Bo Jackson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Young to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Now Young on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, 2. Here we go. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Let's go.
It's Young on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. DeMarcus Lawrence able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
Hey, let go.
Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. This is caught by Jackson. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive of your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Young on 3rd down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
On 4th down, they snap it to Young. Connects with Kittle underneath. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Young will lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Again, it's Young. Right side caught by Jackson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. To the air once more, Young. Flushed out right. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
1st down, Young. Connects with Kittle underneath. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his pitch catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. To throw again on 2nd down. Young. And this is caught at the 8. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
54, weak.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd down now. It's Jackson, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. They don't need to run another play here before. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from a yard out. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to make it. They stop him up short, and this will remain a 6-0 ball game. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Reggie White, what a force, got back there for the sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Now here's Young. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Hey, Wahoo!
They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
15, Ronnie. 15 line.
They'll run on 1st down. Jackson. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Hey, Orbit. Look at me, zipper. Big grip.
On 2nd and 9, Young. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 19 yards away. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Every time I watch LT Boyd plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Ready.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Young will set to throw. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Here's Young, and he's going to go down again. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Go! 60 outlaw! Hey, Delta! Hey, check Mike 27! Check Mike 27! Watch the run. Go!
A first down throw for Young. This will be caught at about the 6. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Throwing, Young, flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. The kick by Bryant is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. This will be taken very short. And an alley to run. The 40, the 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
My sons, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world it's Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy. Tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't beat. Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown. Touchdown. 8th floor. Come down. Hotel. Lobby. Receptionist. What now? 11 a.m. Check out. Might give her one foul just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest. No recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables. Now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it. That's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking. They don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left. Touchdown.
They check it to 10.
Hey.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my head.